Hi, I'm Dr. Linda Travelute. A lot of people want to know what it's like to hear God's voice. And you know what? Most of the time, it's not this big audible voice that you hear outside your head. Usually, when God speaks, it's on the inside of our hearts. Let me share with you what it was like one time for me. I was about 18 years old and I was going to college. I was studying restaurant management because I had these great big ideas of owning my own restaurant someday. But I was sitting in the back of this restaurant that I worked at, and it was a little pizzeria, and I was sitting at a table folding pizza boxes. And I was sitting there just talking to God, thinking about my life, and all of a sudden, as I'm folding the pizza box, I felt this very strong impression in my spirit. Again, it wasn't a loud, audible voice, but I knew God was trying to speak to me. And here's what he said. This cracks me up. He said, "Linda, I want you to be a pastor." I said, "No way." I argued with God, or I argued with this voice, but it would not go away. For a whole 7 days, I went back and forth saying, "No, I can't do that," and I gave all kinds of excuses, but I finally came to the place where I said, "Okay, God, if this is really you speaking to me, then change my mind. Change my heart so that I will want to do what you want me to do." And you know what? At the end of 7 days, God totally flipped me around to where I couldn't think of doing anything else. I ate, slept, and breathed the idea of being a pastor. I salivated at the idea of helping people, disciple people, showing people how to walk in God's ways. I couldn't get away from it. So if you're wondering what it is like to hear God's voice, I'm going to tell you, it's a voice that you can't get away from. So again, it doesn't have to be an audible voice, but if you've got a voice that's been speaking to you, if you've been faithful and been in the Word and praying and walking with God, most likely that voice you hear, even if it's on the inside, if it's in your spirit, it's going to be one you just can't get away from. So if you've heard a voice like that, perk your ears up, perk up your heart, and listen. It's probably God speaking to you. Hope that helps.